Salam RasTafari TV, Sister Fanida Barefoot heiress and matri architect, following up on the post of the pedophilia. I'm going to make myself very vulnerable and I'm going to tell you my story. I'm not going to call any names because it's for the victim of the victims of the victims that need to call names. I can only tell my story. The post was not directly for one group, but for all groups. All nation, kindred and tongue. Every Rasta camp right now under fire. Every Christian, every Buddhist, every Muslim. The post is to shine the light on the atrocities of the victims of those who are being sexually violated or abused. Spousal abuse, child abuse. We can no longer keep silent, and I am a survivor of it. And I'm going to tell you my story. I grew up in Walkerswood, St. Anne. Very beautiful place. My family never molested me, but family friends, where they left me as a child and babysitters. You understand? And I'm telling you, it was done so often. As a little girl, I thought it was normal for everybody to feel you up and hide and do all these things to you until you don't tell your parents, because these are your parents, friends, children, or even the parents themselves. It took me on a long, dark journey to depression. I had to do the necessary soul work and look and love myself enough to heal myself. And I'm still healing. And that's why I was a little fiery, because it touches my heart. About 10 years ago, you know what I did? I was so depressed that it was affecting my children, and I didn't want to see my children sad anymore for seeing mommy sad. And sometimes I just couldn't barely stop crying, because it goes on long after the incident. You know that, right? And so I said, you know what? Maybe if I made a list and just start to write down a list of everyone that ever violated me. I was violated by men, women, boys, and girls. Okay? And I'm 100% straight. Okay? I started to make a list. Number 1, this person name. Number 2, this person name. Number 3, this person name. You see, when I get to number 40, yeah, I couldn't write no more. I cry. I said I couldn't stop crying. I feel like a hollowness in my heart. I feel sorry for me as a little girl for say, I could write 40 names and 40 different people will violate me. And guess what? I did have more for put on the list. Nobody should ever have to live through that. Nobody ever have to live through that. And I had to start telling my parents what went on. And it made my father weep, because I'm saying, I never even know, so some of them people will come play domino and drink rum with him, was doing this to him like a daughter them. Now I find out, say, even the scout master, I walk as with some of the missionary them. The scout master now was a pedophile. So imagine all the little boys that's living with this truth, and that's hurting their heart, that say, boy, you're a straight man, but you have to live with knowing that you were molested by a pedophile. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to put it out there, because my dad, trust me, my dad used to shave Rasta and beat up Rasta. My dad used to hate Batman like mad. Like my father was one of the man them in the community would take care of the community. His way or the highway. He was a defender, very kind man, but a general. Because my grandfather was a police, you see me? But my father said, you don't need no Babylon title to be a cop. He used to protect the community with the man them, and, you know. But for some reason, boy, the Batman thing, he used to hate it. Until one time he was getting ill, and I took him to we were at the hospital getting ready to be seen, and I said, Dad, me know, say, something must have happened to you, because the way you hate Batman, man, me say, the thing not normal, it turn up. And me say, remember I told you what those people did to me, and them start crying, say, yes, if I didn't know, I would have just killed them, and I said, Dad, tell me the truth, anything ever happened to you? I said, tears well up in this man's eye. He was almost 80 years old. God rest him soul. Zena Selassie him passed away a couple months ago. And tears well up in that eye and tell me, yes, my Aunt Kathleen, the Christian man, come out of the yard and she taking me in, and the things he used to do to me at night time. Man, who my father, man, I would cry to get a star. This strong, straight, masculine man was living with this all his life. No wonder he used to drink so much. No wonder when they get mad, man, he used to mash up everything and everybody. Because where do the woke folk go to get healing? Where do the Rastafari community more than ever go to get healing? So me not point out a Bubba, Naya Bingi, Hartical, 12 Tribe. It's all of us. So I'm being vulnerable and telling my story so we could start the healing. So nothing no greater than love. My scars have turned to stars because I've done the necessary soul work to not only point out these accusers, some of them dead now, some of them mash up. Trust me, karma is real, you know. But then what happens when a child has their first orgasm through molestation? So I'm asking all the healers right now to come forward, the therapists to come forward. I as a techie will build a platform that the Rastafari community, the conscious community, have a place where our people can now be healed from these atrocities. And it's going far back from slavery, because you know what they used to do to us. Jamaica was a breeding camp. The Caribbean was a breeding camp for the colonizers. They used to put bags over our head and put us in rooms to have sex with anybody and everybody to breed us up. Even when I was young, when you get pregnant, they say, oh, she a breed. They didn't even say, oh, she was with child. They even take the beauty. So this is coming from far. So we can't even blame sometimes those pedophiles who are now molesting other children, because it happened to them too, and they're in pain. So we have to have intelligent reasoning about this very sensitive matter. And the reason why I'm being vocal on it, because I would hate for Babylon or some white woman to come publish it in our blog and start, you know, point out attention when we don't do it. We have to clean house first. No greater love than to give your life for your brother and sister them. I'm not afraid of nobody, and nobody can touch me. I got a call from the EABIC. I let them know the same thing. They were very concerned, and they said anything they want to investigate, because they're sad to hear about it too. I get called from Ethiopian World Federation. They sad to hear about it too. Orthodox people call me, them sad to hear about it too. And enough of them got through it themselves. So I'm not point out no one group. All are we under judgment. All are we under scrutiny. All are we have to get ourselves together, and it's time to heal. So all the healers out there, all the therapists out there, especially who can bring forth some type of counsel session for our people so we can start this long journey to healing. And I'm asking y'all to be good brothers and sisters to yourself. Stop telling people to reveal who it is, because you're not going to do nothing anyway. A lot of y'all are punks. You just want stuff to go publish in your blog. I'm not doing this to make money. RasTafari.tv don't even have advertisement on it 7 years now. Nobody ever pay me nothing, okay? So I'm not gonna, it's for the victims to reveal who have done this to the proper authorities, not to y'all. Because if you're not coming from a heart of love and spiritual integrity, you're just as a part of the problem. I am a survivor. As my God sister tell me, my scars have turned to stars. And that's my desire for everyone here, to be able to give Rastafari TV a platform that you have a voice to tell your story unfiltered, you know, without having fear. Yeah, it's kind of hot out here. The perspiration is good. I will sweat it out. So that's my story, and that's why I do what I do. So I'm going to continue to share with you, as well as offer you the solution. And I have the solution. There's a lot coming up. Even we have to get involved right now, real estate, land development, so that we can now live on our own communities outside of the atrocities. Because you can't tell a victim, report them, and them have a gun to them head, or getting beat up every day. And we have to place them away from their abusers. We have to have land and homes, or transitional home. Pick up yourself, South Florida International Realty, Habesha Hub, Sanite, because that's what Sanite is doing. My sister in Florida, she's creating and using some of these real estate properties to create transitional homes, so that people who are being abused can come into these healing spaces. All right, so I'm looking, all counselors, please info at rastafari.tv. The office number is 954-673-6823. I'm not hiding it. It's time to heal. The Most High have a lot of blessing in store for us, but we can't get it if we're filthy. And we have to do the necessary soul work, and we have to learn to forgive. We have to learn to love ourselves. Because when you love yourself, you love the God within. When you love yourself, you appreciate love yourself, and you reverence your soul, you reverence yourself, you love the God within, and you can't treat people bad. When you love and honor yourself and respect yourself, you love and honor and respect the whole world. All right? So much love and respect, Rastafari TV. I love you. Stay focused. Be good brothers and sisters to each other. Be patient as we heal. Stop the gossiping thing. Be truthful as you're telling your stories. Be willing to be vulnerable. You are not alone in this. You have more people loving you. You're so special. I love you so much. And God love you more. Yeah? Much love and respect. Salam.